How many of you have wanted to give up? How many of you have wanted to quit? How many of you are tired of starting over and over again? I know I've been there before. I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. But every time I started, I ended up relapsing and going back to where I started. It was so frustrating. And this happened in multiple areas of my life. So if you're struggling with something right now, if you're trying to build a new habit or break an old one, today I want to talk about how disciplines can change your life and what you need to do to actually make that change happen. First, let me tell you a story. There were two lumberjacks that were cutting down trees, and they were paid by the amount of wood they cut. Now one of them was taking his sweet time, but the other one was in a rush. He was cutting down trees left and right. The first lumberjack finished at the end of the day, and he had a decent amount of money. The second lumberjack, even though he worked twice as hard, almost cut down twice as much wood. But because he was in such a rush, his cuts were sloppy, and because of that, he got paid half as much. This goes to show you that sometimes quality is better than quantity. Now, how does this relate to us? Well, we have limited time and energy every day. So the question is, how do we spend it? Are we going to be efficient, or are we going to be in a rush? Because in the end, it's not the hours we put in, it's the focused hours we put in that truly matter. You could spend 10,000 hours working out, but if your form is horrible, you're not going to get the results that you want. Same applies to anything. Whether you're studying, working, building a business, or building a relationship, the quality of your work matters more than the quantity. If you want to change your life, then think about the person you want to become and start acting like them now. Start by adding small habits that will move you closer to that person. What you do on a regular basis will compound over time. And that's why it's so important to focus on the little things and to master them. Because when you do, the big things will come easy. So here's what you need to do. First, pick the area of your life that you want to improve. Second, set a small goal. Make it so small that you can't possibly fail. Then third, do it every single day. The key is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life. Just focus on one or two small areas and make those your own. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to improve your fitness. It's very easy to say, I'm gone. Nah, go to the gym 5 times a week and work out for an hour each time. But how often do you stick to that? Not very. Instead, start by just showing up to the gym 3 times a week for just 15 minutes. Once you're consistent with that, then add another 5 minutes. Make it your goal to beat your previous record of how long you spent at the gym. This way, you'll be more likely to stick to it because you're always making progress. Here's a story that illustrates this perfectly. 2 friends wanted to see who could get more walnuts out of a walnut tree. They started at the top of the tree and started shaking it. So the first guy started yelling at the bottom of the tree, I'm getting them all, but he wasn't getting any. And that's because he was putting in a lot of effort without seeing any results, so he quit. The second guy didn't say anything, just started shaking the tree, and slowly but surely he started getting walnuts. He was putting in less effort, but he was seeing results, so he stuck with it, and in the end he got all the walnuts. This goes to show you that it's not about the intensity, it's about the consistency. You could study for 10 hours straight, but if you don't take breaks, you're going to burn out. Instead, it's better to space out your study sessions throughout the week. Studying a little bit each day will get you much farther than studying a lot all at once. Now, if you're thinking this isn't going to make a difference, then you're wrong. These small changes will compound over time and eventually they'll become part of your identity. And once they do, success will follow. So I challenge you to do something new today. Subscribe for more videos on how to improve yourself and become the best version of yourself. Take care.